Have you ever had a moment where life hit you hard, like sucker punch to the soul hard, but instead of falling apart, you surprised even yourself with how calm you stayed? If you're nodding, this message is yours, because lately, you've been tested. And guess what? You passed. Now this message isn't for everyone, but if something inside you just leaned in a little closer, like your spirit knows what's coming next, stay with me, because this is about you. You've been walking through life's fire, but instead of getting burned, you became the flame. You were recently faced with a situation that used to break you. People from the past may have resurfaced. Old habits may have whispered in your ear, but you didn't go back. You didn't retreat to the people or patterns that once held you hostage. And that right there, that was the test. See, a lot of people say they've changed until they're triggered, until they're broke, lonely, rejected, or desperate. But you stayed grounded. You didn't look back. You didn't need to. You've grown past needing chaos just to feel something. Think about it. The old you would have spiraled for days, maybe even weeks. One wrong word could derail your entire energy. But now, you bounce back fast. It's almost like you're not even the same person. And honestly, you're not. You've evolved. What used to shake you doesn't even register anymore. And the most beautiful part? You're not forcing that strength. It's natural now. It's embedded in you like muscle memory. And that shift? That's the proof of your transformation. So take a moment to actually acknowledge yourself. Most people walk around unaware of their own growth, but you've become emotionally bulletproof. Not because you're numb, but because you're wise. You now know that peace is expensive, and you're not about to bankrupt yourself giving it away to the same people who once drained you dry. That's not arrogance, that's self-respect. And here's the wild part. You're out here impacting lives without even realizing it. Seriously, you think you're just having a normal conversation, but people are walking away changed, calmer, clearer, more grounded. That's your ripple effect. You've become a walking catalyst, a silent healer. You don't preach, you simply exist in your truth, and it challenges people to rise higher. They either evolve or retreat because your energy won't let them stay stuck. What's wild is that people look at you and think, how are they so stable? They try to decode your calm, unaware that what they're really seeing is years of private battles you won silently. You're like a mirror now. When people interact with you, they not only see your peace, they see their own chaos reflected back. And that can be inspiring or intimidating. Some people will try to get close to you just to figure out your secret. They want to know what you're doing that makes you glow like that, why your boundaries are so solid, why your smile doesn't need approval. And the truth is simple. You earned this. Through sleepless nights, unspoken grief, lonely choices, and the kind of inner work that doesn't come with applause. That's why you're unshakable. So no, you didn't just pass the test, you crushed it. You passed with flying colors, and now you've stepped into the part of life where you're not just surviving, you're influencing, quietly, powerfully, daily. The people who used to know you wouldn't even recognize this version of you, and they're not supposed to. That chapter is closed, sealed, graded with an A+ in healing and maturity. You now live with clarity, peace, and emotional control. That's what makes you untouchable. Not in a prideful way, but in a balanced way. You've become a thermostat, not a thermometer. You set the tone, you don't absorb it. And for those still watching from the sidelines, they'll see the glow up eventually. They'll wonder how you did it. And some of them might try to come back. But don't worry. The same clarity that helped you walk away will help you keep your peace. If no one's told you today, let me be the first. You're doing a phenomenal job. This kind of transformation doesn't happen by accident. It takes soul-level discipline, and you did it. So here's your permission to feel proud, not just for who you've become, but for everything you had to overcome alone to get here. If this message speaks to you, type "I passed the test" in the comments, hit that like, and be sure to subscribe. We're building a tribe of quiet warriors right here. And now repeat this prayer with me. Dear God, thank you for the strength to stand when everything around me seemed to collapse. Thank you for helping me face trials without crumbling, for teaching me how to breathe through pain and find power in moments of pressure. Even when my knees shook and my heart ached, you gave me quiet courage to keep going. Thank you for the clarity to recognize who no longer fits the future you've placed before me. It hasn't been easy to release what once felt familiar. But now I understand that not everyone deserves access to my peace. Some connections were seasonal. Some people were only meant to be lessons, not lifelines. Grant me continued emotional mastery, especially in moments when I feel triggered, challenged, or unseen. Let wisdom guide my reactions and maturity shape my presence. I no longer need to prove myself through performance or respond to chaos with chaos. I choose grace, even in pressure. Dear God, let my presence carry a calm that settles others. Let me walk into rooms not needing to dominate, but simply to influence through peace. May my growth speak louder than any words. And may the energy I bring remind others of their own capacity to rise with dignity and power. Help me stop second-guessing the growth I've worked so hard to earn. Remind me that scars are not signs of weakness. They are proof of survival. I don't have to explain my evolution. I don't have to return to who I used to be understood. The wisdom I carry now is priceless. May I never return to the places that once broke me, no matter how comfortable they seem now. Let me resist the temptation to revisit pain just because it's familiar. I know now that comfort is not always safe. Growth requires me to walk forward, even when it's uncertain. Let my light be undeniable, even when I choose silence. I don't need to shout to be seen. I don't need validation to know I'm valuable. Let my energy speak truth, healing, and strength in every space I occupy. May others feel my light, even when I say nothing at all. Keep my heart soft but my boundaries strong. Help me remain open to love, connection, and community, without compromising my peace. Protect my energy from those who come to take but never pour back. Let me give from overflow, not emptiness. Allow my journey to inspire others, not by draining me but by simply being real. Let my presence remind others that growth is possible, that resilience is real, that softness can exist alongside strength, and that peace is not a destination, it's a decision. Lord, and as I continue to evolve, remind me this truth. Passing one test isn't the end. It's the doorway to a new level. Help me walk into that next chapter with boldness, humility, and grace. I am ready. I am becoming, and I trust you to guide me every step of the way. Amen.